Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this January the 30th, 2025. I'm hoping everybody had a great Thursday out there. So for everybody, a great Thursday evening. Hope everybody continue to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather because then the weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be looking at the storm system here, moving across the lower 48. As you can see, this system here is a low pressure system spinning up here, dragging a cold front back into central and eastern Texas, bringing some severe weather to portions of eastern Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, and maybe a little bit in Mississippi. And all this activity will continue to push east. We have a marginal risk along portions of Florida Panhandle up in the southwestern Georgia. We'll show you that there in just a little bit in tonight's video. And then general thunderstorms will be elsewhere. You can see we have a little upper level low spinning over here across portions of Texas and Oklahoma. That will continue to dive to the south and east, and then eventually off to the east. Here's that system here that was on the edge of the screen last night. That will continue to push into Washington, Oregon State, and California, and then that will push across the country. As you can see, we have a subtropical jet trying to get its act together once again in the eastern Pacific, moving across Mexico, and this time it's moving from Texas all the way into the northeastern United States, and then that way, and then the northern tropical jets running through portions of Canada. Alright, well, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue to get the show on the road there, folks. Alright, as you can see, we got mixed precipitation up from Maine down toward Connecticut, back to Pennsylvania, to portions of eastern Illinois. Some pockets of freezing rain from Michigan to Ohio to New York State to Pennsylvania, over toward New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Vermont regions, and portions of southern Maine. Then we got a little bit of heavy rain and flash flooding over portions of West Virginia. Then we got shower activity from Iowa to Missouri to Ohio to New Jersey, over toward D.C., Delaware to Virginia to the Carolinas, portions of Georgia, Tennessee. Thunderstorms and showers up here for portions of Iowa, southern Wisconsin, also northern Illinois. And then again from Alabama to the southeast Louisiana coast, all the way over to northern Florida, across into the Atlantic coastal waters, Georgia and Alabama region, southern Tennessee. Showers and storms over here in portions of southwest Oregon down into California. And then we got more mixed precipitation from California to Washington, Oregon State, Idaho, portions of Montana, Wyoming, and Utah. Pockets of heavy snow and freezing rain in that vicinity as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Friday. Alrighty, here's your Saturday forecast, which will be February 1st. Alright, you can see we got snow up here across the Lake Superior, Lake Huron area, and also mixed precipitation up here, Wisconsin to Michigan, with pockets of heavy with freezing rain in that vicinity. More snow from portions of Wisconsin to Minnesota to North Dakota, and a little bit along the Canadian border with the U.S. We got mixed precipitation from South and North Dakota to Montana to Wyoming to Colorado, Utah, Nevada, California, Washington, Oregon State. Pockets of heavy snow in Washington, Oregon State, Idaho, and also portions of Wyoming, northern Nevada. We got a little pocket of freezing rain there in portions of northern Utah, northeastern Nevada, northern California, with rain showers in that vicinity, and also some heavy rain and flash flooding over portions of California. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Saturday. Alright, now let's move on to the current watch and warning advisory map for your location across the nation. Alrighty, you can see we got winter weather advisories up here in portions of New York State, Pennsylvania, over toward portions of Connecticut, also over toward Massachusetts region. And then we got flood watches from Pennsylvania to West Virginia to portion of the mountains of Virginia. Lake wind advisories over South Carolina and portion of east central Georgia. Some air quality alerts up here in portions of North Carolina. More flood watches in effect with southern Illinois, Indiana, also in the portion of Missouri, and also northeastern Arkansas with flood advisory, flood warnings, flash flood warnings in that vicinity. Hydro issues over portions of Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, southern Michigan. Also we got dense fog advisories up here in portions of Iowa, also in Illinois, northeastern Missouri. Flash flood warnings in portions of Kentucky. We have river flood warnings also extended in Arkansas, eastern Oklahoma, and eastern Texas. We have, let's see. Okay, we got a blow and dust advisory over portions of western Texas, southeastern Arizona, southern Arizona. High wind warnings there. Wind advisories over portions of New Mexico. Winter storm warnings and advisories there as well. More high wind warnings up here in portions of Wyoming. Wind advisories also in effect. High wind watches are in effect for Montana. We have winter storm warning, winter weather advisory for areas of Utah, up in the portion of Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, Washington, Oregon State, Northern California, California Mountain. Also in California we have some flood watches there as well, wind advisories. Also some air stagnation advisories in effect for Washington, Oregon State, and Idaho regions. Special weather statements also in effect for North Dakota and portion of Minnesota. We got small craft advisory, gale warning, storm warning from Maine to the South Carolina and Georgia coast. Storm warnings in the purple out in the coastal waters. More small craft advisories up here from the Tallahassee area of Florida, around the Panhandle, all the way back to southeast Texas. Then again from Northern California, well, Central and Northern California to Washington State with small craft advisory, gale warnings. Then we got that around the Alaska area. Then we have winter storm warnings here in the pink. High wind warnings in effect for the Hawaiian Chain Islands. Flood watches for portions of the northern islands. Special marine warnings there as well. Alaska area, we got small craft advisory, gale warning, blizzard warning around coastal areas, and also northern coastal areas of Alaska. Alright, let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center outlook for day number 2, which is Friday. Here's that marginal risk from southeast Louisiana to Mobile to Dalton to Tallahassee. Marginal risk there. And a general thunderstorm from New Orleans as far north as Chicago to Columbus, Ohio, and also over to Raleigh, Wilmington, and Charlotte, North Carolina areas, stretching all the way back to Jacksonville, Florida. And then we got more general thunderstorm for western Washington, Oregon State, and northwestern California. Alright, the tornado probability looks like this. Less than 5% all, no 2% here for this area. Damage and wind should be 5%. Yep, in the same area. And large hail, less than 5% all areas. Alright, let's take a look at the current radar across the nation. You can see here is that storm system here, bringing showers and storms. You can see the warm front stretching from over here near Greensboro, stretching back into Knoxville, Louisville, Kentucky. The cold front stretching from there, from Indianapolis, Memphis, all the way down to the coastal waters of the Texas coast. And then there's another patch of shower. You can see that upper level low over Texas, bringing that precipitation there. Got some activity around Kansas City, stretching up in the portion of Iowa, and also Nebraska, and also just east of Denver. Let's move on over, see if we can move on over to the northwestern U.S. And as you can see, we got some activity in the eastern Pacific, also up towards Washington State, around Seattle, Washington. Just north of Portland, got some activity there as well. Also up around Vancouver, Canada, southwestern Canada regions as well. So, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not already. Like these videos, share these videos, and we'll catch you back in the next one. So have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday evening, folks. Take care. And also, we got a little bit of activity up here in portions of southeast Canada. So there's your little bit of activity there. Main focus is this right here. Alright. Enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got. We'll catch you back in the next one. So have a wonderful Thursday evening, folks. Take care.